Hey everybody, welcome back to the AFC Northerners. Let's get started down here at the end of the couch.
Marc Herman, aka LA Bengal fan on Twitter, repping the Bengals.
Very cool, very cool. Dave Green, Browns guy.
Jay Davis Utah, Ravens.
Chris Atkins, Pittsburgh, everything, but mostly Steelers right now. Mark, what happened this past week? You guys turned over a new leaf.
You know what? For the first time in a long time, got a lot of positive things to talk about. Bengals scored on their first 6 possessions. And for the first time in over a year, it was November 29th, 2015, we played a game where we didn't allow any sacks. So I've been really hard on the offensive line all year, and I got to give them props. They played a great game. Rookie wide receivers played a really big part in this. You're looking at a clip right now of Cody Core had a really great catch that set up our first score. Tyler Boyd also had a great catch in this game. And also Tyler Eifert extended himself out in the end zone and made a really nice catch. So I was hard on the O-line, but they gave Dalton time, and we can now see what Dalton can do with these receivers given time. So that begs the biggest question of all. Where the fuck has this offense been all year? I mean, we wouldn't have lost to Buffalo. I mean, there's a lot of wins on the calendar we would have had this offense been there.
Yeah, you guys had, like, Dalton had a great rating this
No, it was a great, like I said, you score on your first 6 possessions, it's going to be a positive game.
Okay.
I know the final score was 32-14, but it was 29-0, but you know, before we started giving up some points, and that was late in the third. Defense played great. You're looking at a play here where Carlos Dunlap tips a ball and Tez intercepts it. It's really just our defense played so good. Burfict had an amazing game. 15 tackles. He had a 2-interception game. Wow. I mean, the defense just showed up. So, you know, what can I say? It was a really good week. The only sad thing is you just think, like, where was this team all season?
Yep.
On one note, the Bengals-Steeler game was flexed out by NBC.
Yeah,
they decided that they'd go with Tampa and Dallas, so we played ourselves right out of prime time. So that's just the way the season's going. So that's it for Bengal news.
All right. Brownie? Oh, no, you didn't have a game.
I didn't have a game.
You did not lose this week.
We didn't lose, but that doesn't mean
Browns didn't lose!
Congratulations!
So I'm going to kind of play off Mark a little bit here with the perfect interception and all the tackles and sacks and rah, rah, rah. We're going to talk a little bit of fantasy football, and I get the perfect storm this week. Perfect storm, I'm competing for a playoff spot. I expect you to lay down and let me have this. Seriously though, Division 1, the Weed Curtain 11-2, they're guaranteed a spot. Comeback City, he's 10-3, guaranteed a spot. Division 2.
No talk of RG3 or anything.
Our very own crack sheets. Is clinched Division 2 at 9-4.
God, I'm doing horrible in that league.
Yeah,
I'm horrible.
Shout out to all the Brexies out there too.
Weddles.
Yeah, I'm horrible on this league. Well, I didn't get a chance to really draft either.
The action though is in Division 3. The last 2 playoff spots. One's going to go to the division winner, and the other one's going to come down between myself and the second place guy. First Down Syndrome's 9-4, and they've got dicks out for Harambe. And the other guy in the division is our very own LA Bengal fan right here. He's 8-5, and he's got a date with the Weed Curtain.
The Weed Curtain?
Yes,
So
just for you guys who don't know or don't know what's going on, we're talking about our AFC Northerners fantasy division.
We started a fantasy football league. The 2 teams that finish in the bottom of the division, or the bottom of the league, they're out of the league. We're going to bring in 2 new guys, and if you're interested, let us know, blah, blah, blah.
I think that's one of, am I? No, I think I'm just...
No, there's a couple people there.
I don't know.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to talk about during the intro part of my spiel, and I'm going to send this one right on down.
You're not going to talk about anything about, like, RG3 possibly coming back or anything like that?
Well, I guess we'll do that. We'll talk about that for a
All right, cool. We'll move on to Ravens then.
Moving on.
All right, so Ravens had a blowout in Miami, 38-6, 32 points above that. I said it was going to be a high-scoring game, and everybody kind of was like, "No, I don't think so." And it was a very high-scoring game
for you guys.
Yeah, it was huge.
I thought it wouldn't be a high-scoring game, not because of Miami, but because you guys haven't exactly been lighting up the scoreboard.
And the offense. No, I completely agree. Honestly, I was just as shocked as you. So let's go ahead and start off. This was Flacco's best offensive showing all year. Absolutely hammered the Finns. Kamar Aiken had some amazing catches. Smith and Wallace flashed here and there. West got us the first points on the board right here. You can see this touchdown. beautiful little pass right there. Nobody's even around him, just basically waltzes right in. Honestly, I don't want to take a lot of time on the game. We played a team that had won its last, 5 in a row?
5 or 6,
And we did it with both our offense and our defense. This is something we haven't seen all year. And honestly, I'm more interested in talking about the game that's coming up against New England. So just wanted to throw a couple quick clips to you so you can see. You just saw West's pass. This interception by Webb right here was enigmatic. Like, I didn't even see where that ball went until they've already collided in the end zone and he rolls out with the ball. Like, that was an amazing interception. And this right here, this is one of the best touchdowns I've seen from Perryman all year. This touchdown right here, it was 65 yards, I think, or maybe 55 yards. My brain is following on it. But this touchdown to Flacco, just absolutely exactly what we've been waiting to see from Perryman entire season. And finally, love to see it. It's been a long time since I've seen this man score a touchdown. Dennis Pitta in the end zone with this touchdown. Beautiful play. He got another one as well. Yeah, I know. Me too.
Remember that guy?
Basically, like, the too long don't read version of this game was Ravens showed that they could be a threat on both sides of the ball in this game. It was great to see, and that's what I got for the Ravens-Fins game.
My only question is, we had one of our most dominant games this last week and against the Fins. You guys blew out the Fins. How the hell the Steelers only score 30
That's-
points?
We were talking about this before. We got our asses whipped by the Eagles.
By the Eagles,
Whipped.
and you got killed by Miami.
Yeah.
We gave up 200 something yards and
So
a couple
Jay
touchdowns.
Ajayi.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Go
funny
figure.
game.
Go figure.
Like the Dolphins are just a weird team.
Yeah,
I mean,
like-
they're
They're a dented can with no label.
yeah. They really are.
Dented can. Turned out to
Maybe
be a
Luke Cocktail?
bulging can with botulism.
Alright. I'll say this though, Jay Ajayi, man, that guy is hard to bring down.
He's a good running back.
Yeah.
Dude.
He's got a future. He's got a
Jay,
future.
like legit, you are a threat, Playboy.
All right.
Moving on.
Moving on to the Steelers. We took this one 24-14 from the Giants. Awesome game. I mean, this one was never really in question. I mean, we took control early on. First thing that happened, open the game, get to safety. Eli had a really tough day in the red zone. He's starting with the safety from James Harrison. He didn't get the sack, but he got the hold in the end zone, which just as good as a sack.
Oh, yeah.
We took the 2 points. And Eli really had a tough day in the red zone. He had the turnover on downs to go with the pick. Other things that happened today, or this week, Sean Davis finally gets his first pick. The rookie gets out there and gets one. Love seeing that from him. And we're just now realizing it, what I've known all along. It was such a big mistake not to start Harrison from the very beginning. I mean, the team is a totally different defense right now with him on the field. I really like what I'm seeing. And a testament to that, we have not given up a 40-plus yard rusher in the last 3 games straight. Awesome defense that we're playing right now.
Interesting.
On offense, Ben now is 3-1 against Eli, one of his nemesis here. From the same draft, him, Ben, Eli,
Nemesis.
Rivers are the 3 guys.
Every time somebody says the word nemesis, I just flash back to that scene in what was the Brad Pitt movie with
Who cares? It's Brad
But
fucking.
no, it was like there was a great line. It's like, you know what nemesis means? The old guy. God, why can't I think of the movie?
You're taking up my time right now.
Dude,
Taking up my time.
my bad.
All right, getting back to the offense. Ladarius Green finally has the breakout game we've been waiting for. 110 yards. He's got his first touchdown as a Steeler. Love seeing that. Le'Veon Bell totally shaking the rust off. We said that last week. Totally shook the rust off. He is the first 100-yard rusher that the Giants have given up all season. And last but not least, Ben and Brown have now hooked up 49 times in their career. That ties our franchise record with Bradshaw and Swan. I look to see those two take our franchise record in this coming week here.
Okay.
Yeah, so moving on along.
2 comments though. Number one,
Yes.
first is, and one's good, one's bad. Don't get too excited about because your first 2 opponents in your 3-game streak is the Browns and the Colts. So start your streak now. In 2 weeks, tell me that when you go the Giants, the Bills, and the Bengals.
This
Then
is
it'll
the
be
Browns. This is the Browns team that had a very solid
Right.
rushing offense
Yeah,
toward the beginning
at
of the
the beginning
season.
of the year.
And for the Colts, Fred Gore is in there.
I think.
And Luck's not playing. You have to run the ball.
Right, but with Gore in there, he was their only option. I mean, they had what, Tolzien or whatever the guy's name is.
Frank
So
Gore is
it's not Luck back there.
Oh,
and on the
fucking
plus side, but I do want to say something positive. On the plus side, your defensive scheme, you guys really use Landon Collins' aggressiveness against him. You got him to bite on routes and then burn him, and that's why Green had his touchdown. I mean, it was good coaching and good play design because you kind of took what is his strength, which is how aggressive and fast he is, and you kind of used it against him.
Green totally.
So I did want to give you props.
No, that was like
that was what I saw in
like,
the game. Yeah,
Yep.
it was good. So
what do you got coming up this week?
well, we got the Brownies now.
let's
So and this is why I know that Dave was saving this stuff up. I'm actually really kind of concerned about this game for a couple reasons. Number one, we have RG3 coming back, so we have somebody that we haven't, seen. We saw him just the very beginning of the season, so there's not a lot of film on him in the Browns scheme, in the Browns offense. Number two is the Hugh factor, and he's gotten 2 weeks to scheme because he's coming out of the bye week, and the Browns typically do give us problems. So if we see the Bengal team that we saw this last weekend, defense, a complete team, giving Andy Dalton, then we should win this game, and I'm going to assume we get that 27-13. But there's a bunch of caveats there coming out of the bye. We don't know who the quarterback is, and like I said, you guys give us problems, and the Hugh factor. So
we're replacing multiple guys on the offensive line this week. Drango's going to left guard. Cooper's going to get the start at right guard. You got Pasteur right there at the right tackle. We're running Irvin out again. He's played a little bit as of late, and then we've got the All-Pro Joe Thomas right there. But if our offensive line didn't have enough time to gel or didn't gel at all during this bye week, you guys are going to slaughter us. You're going to blitz us big time. I think the key's to us winning this one, which I think we're going to be a Brownies type of thing. We're going to go into the fourth quarter. We're going to be up by a touchdown possibly. I can see us choking this one out and losing down the stretch. I'm going to make my prediction on the score, 24-17 Cincinnati. But the guy I would love to see us get more involved in this offense, and the numbers are starting to increase, is Higgins. Tired of seeing Ricardo Lewis out there. I'm tired of seeing Andrew Hopkins out there. I'm sorry, Bengals fans, but honestly, we got a young guy who can run the routes better, has just as sure of hands, and is taller than Hopkins. Why isn't he playing? That's the guy I would like to see step up for us this week, and the offensive line. But if you guys blitz the fuck out of us, we could be done, especially if McCown's the starter. Like Marc said, we have not named a starting quarterback. It's rumored Griffin's going to start, but the unofficial depth chart has Kessler as the starter, so who knows?
Yeah, I'm concerned because if RG3 starts, I'm thinking back to the preseason and the beginning of the season, and Terrell Pryor had some long completions from RG3, so that concerns me.
All right, so I'm just going to go out and say that this is a total trap game for you.
Oh, absolutely.
A total trap.
I would say it's a trap game if we were in a playoff run, but we're not. So
because we're just competing for, well, he's trying to compete.
I mean, what are you guys competing for?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I don't.
That last.
Your only solace, if you knock them out of the first pick, I mean, maybe that'll make you sleep a little bit better, but I see this as a total trap game for you guys because they have had that extra week to just sit and think about this.
Absolutely.
But you guys are hot right now. I mean, coming off that huge win in Philly, so we'll see what happens. We didn't get your prediction, Mark.
Yeah, I said 27-13.
Okay.
Yeah,
27-13, and you said
24-17 Cincy.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm saying it's going to be late. They're going to win it.
Yeah, I mean, man, it's really weird to think about that Brian Billick prediction coming true, isn't it? Like,
nobody really gives a fuck about Brian Billick. Who is he? A talking head on some random
he's just a Super Bowl winning
Give me a
coach.
break.
That's all. You know, he was just responsible for one of the best defenses in the NFL. That's all.
He inherited.
Marvin had some work
one
on
of the
that
better
too.
defenses in the history of the NFL. Let's give credit to where credit was due.
All right.
Are we ready to move on, guys? All
What
right.
is going to happen in Baltimore?
So, Ravens are going to Foxborough to play the Pats. So Gronk and Amendola are out, but Brady, even without them against the Rams, still had a great game. But that's no comparison to me for us playing us right now. I mean, they were, what was it? Jared Goff was like a rookie quarterback, probably one of his, like it was his first start, right?
No,
second start.
Third start.
Was it his third?
Yeah.
Third
All
start.
right, I clearly haven't paid enough attention.
And they came West Coast to East Coast for the game.
Yeah, I knew that. So what is this game likely going to come down to? Honestly, I mean, heart, plain and simple. I mean, if we can continue to play like we did against the Finns, we can do more damage than is anticipated in Foxborough. But I mean, honestly, like they're beasts. They're 10-2.
They're the New England
but we
Patriots.
love playing them in New England.
I get that.
We love that. And on
they're good at taking away what you want to do most.
well, that's Brian Belichick. I mean, on offense,
Bill
Belichick. Sorry. On offense, we gotta watch out for Butler, Hightower. Butler alone, by the way, has the most pass breakups in the NFL with 14. I mean, dude is a beast.
No.
On defense, we just basically got to do everything that we've been doing, but more of it. I mean, it's real simple. This is honestly the Ravens' biggest litmus test. If we can bring it to the Pats, we can bring it anywhere. And also, I also love that the Patriots subreddit right now is kind of having a very slight meltdown because Ed Hochuli is officiating and they hate that guy.
Oh, Hockley?
Yeah, Hockley. Sorry, what do I say?
Guns. The guns.
Yes.
Yeah. Dude, I love that guy.
It'll be snowing. He will be in short sleeves.
Yeah. Dude's just always putting it out. What were you saying?
Where do you think? All right, so say New England kicks your guys' ass. Where do you say then that leaves you guys as a team?
Honestly, we have to beat the Steelers.
On the outside,
We
looking
have
in. That's where
Everything is on the Steelers.
Yeah.
Everything is our game against the Steelers. If we lose to the Pats and we don't beat the Steelers, we're done.
Yep.
Right.
If we lose to the Pats and beat the Steelers, we're in. Because we still have that number one. We still have that.
Anyone else scaring you on your schedule?
I mean, there are things that I'm like, meh, but honestly, I can't answer that until we come to this game. Like this game is my test.
Well, you got 3 out of the last 4 games are on the road.
On the road, exactly. Like it's not gonna be easy, and this is the start of it.
You don't have to win this game, but I think you need to perform well. You need to leave there saying, hey, it was in their house. We showed up.
Exactly.
You lose on a Gostkowski field goal at the end. Not a big thing. But if you guys get blown out, then you're
exactly.
you're gonna start asking questions. And
I'm mentally prepared for that. My prediction for this game, by the way, is 24-21 Ravens.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Steelers traveling north up to Buffalo this week to take on the Bills. The Bills had a total meltdown against the Raiders this week.
They did.
Shit, I don't know what happened. I was watching that game at a bar called the Phoenix here in LA. Awesome place. And there were a couple Raider fans there with me. They were a little shaky at first, and then the heavens opened up. They started partying. These Bills, I mean, they really
I felt so bad for
They went up. They went
Really?
up 14 points in the third quarter, and it was like they thought the game was over.
So
I mean, it was just
Failure to play all 4 quarters.
Ryan is
60
just
minutes.
reaching for straws right now. I mean, they brought in Percy Harvin and rolled the dice with him. He's now done for the season. I don't know if Sammy Watkins is going to play. He played last week. If he doesn't have any setbacks, he'll be back. But he didn't have a great game last week. He had a good first drive, and then damn near nothing after that. What I'm really worried about here is LaShawn McCoy. I mean, the Bills are just coming out and saying, hey, we're going to run the ball because we got nothing else. So with Hargrave possibly being out with a concussion this week, he had a concussion last week in this Giants game. I'm a little worried about LaShawn McCoy getting up the middle. He can hurt us. I mean, this kid's dangerous. I loved him at Pitt. I wish he would have stayed that extra year. But I do see the Steelers taking this one. I do think Ben and Brown are going to get that touchdown and take the franchise record. He's got 4 touchdowns in the last couple games. I'm looking for him to keep that streak alive. I think the Steelers are going to take this one 27-17. And when we're done filming here, I have to tell you guys about the day I met Tyrod Taylor. If Tyrod Taylor is watching this, we met at Adventureland at Blacksburg, in Blacksburg, and I had to leave the building immediately after I met you. So that's how you'll remember that. Immediately had to leave.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I'll explain
This
later.
guy gets it. This guy gets it. This guy gets it. All right.
Oh, man.
So do we have any?
We do have our AFC North mailbag speed round
Let's get
questions.
it on.
Speed round.
Yes.
So these questions are all from Reddit and our email as well. And as a matter of fact, if you want to send us your questions, we post out on Reddit every week. You can also ask us here on the YouTube channel as well. And also email us right here, AFCNortherners@gmail.com with the subject line mailbag. We love those questions. So here it goes. We're going to start this. It's our 2-minute warning with Reddit. And go. First one for the entire couch. which rookies have had the biggest impact for their respective teams and which have disappointed thus far. Like, name a rookie that has been good and name a rookie that's been disappointed. Go.
Rookie good has been Tyler Boyd, and rookie disappointing. God, we haven't had a disappointing rookie. I mean, we've only played the ones that've been ready to play, so I haven't really been disappointed by anybody.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Coleman has done admirably coming off of injuries early in the year. And as far as a disappointing player, rookie-wise, we started like 22 of them or 26.
Yeah, that's the whole team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
we need to split this up.
We need to, like, whatever, but we got to figure that out.
Yeah. I would say that...
No disappointments.
Yeah, for... honestly, the guy that I keep thinking about as far as, like, impressive is Matt Judon. Like, Judon's just been a beast for us. As far as disappointments, like... I mean, honestly, there's been a lot too many for me to name. Guys have gone in, guys have gone out. Like, I'm not sure exactly how to answer that question, but Matt Judon's my guy right now. What about you?
For me, I can't pick. I mean, Burns, very happy with him. Couple picks. Sean Davis has been starting all along. He's had a great season since the first couple games. And Hargrave has been incredible. He's got a touchdown as the D lineman in his rookie year. I'm not disappointed there. DeMarcus
Okay,
Ayers.
that's enough.
Ayers is the only guy. He's
We
a
gotta move
receiver.
on.
All right,
We gotta move. All right, so for Mark and Dave, who do you think wins the division?
I think the Ravens win the division. I
What?
think the Steelers. I think they beat the Steelers in Week 16.
I think Pittsburgh wins the division because of the schedule strength at the end.
Yeah, the Steelers have the easier
All right.
schedule.
Bengals. If the Bengals get rid of Marvin Lewis after the season, how long do you think it will take to be competitive again?
Oh, we'll be competitive next year.
You think so?
Oh, the roster's all there.
So do you
Listen,
think Marvin Lewis is sticking around?
I think Marvin Lewis is there for another year. Mike Brown won't pay people that aren't on his roster.
Okay, all right. Browns. Did anyone other than Dave think that they would win up until this point? So that's for the rest of us. Does anybody other than Dave think we were going to win? Honestly, no. I didn't think that the Browns were going to win at all this season.
I thought they'd have a win. I think that I thought there were several opportunities early in the year where they had a chance.
I thought that there was chances, but like whenever did you think they were going to win at all?
Not so much.
Okay. All right. We'll do two more real quick. For the Ravens, will the AFC North rebound next year with multiple playoff berths? Will the AFC North rebound next year with multiple playoff berths? Is basically the question for everyone.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, I did say that, yes.
Okay. I think that we will rebound next year. I mean, I think that it really comes down to Ravens for us, our offensive coordinator, like whether or not we stick with Marty or we go somewhere different.
Yes, but I just don't know who's coming with us to the playoffs.
Gotcha. All right, and one more. Steelers, who do you think we'll get with the 32nd pick?
Kind of a cop-out, but BPA, best player available. Unless there's a good linebacker out there, in which case it'd be him.
Yeah. We'll do one more. Ravens and Steelers, guys, when do you think you'll need to start over with Big Ben and Flacco in decline?
3 years. Ben has
You
a
think
solid...
Ben's got 3 years?
Brady is 38.
All right. I mean, I'm
Brady doesn't
Brady
use
doesn't
his body
exactly
like
what
that.
I'm
Because he's not tough like Ben.
It's not. It takes its toll.
I think that honestly, I think the Ravens start looking for a new QB as of next season.
I think if the Steelers are smart, they'll be drafting a new quarterback. They should be developing and drafting now.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys. So thank you very much, Reddit. Thank you so much for your questions. We really, really appreciate it. If you want to email us your questions, AFCNortherners@gmail.com. It's all right here. We would love to hear your questions. If you are so inclined, we'd love to have you also think about being a patron to us on Patreon. You go to patreon.com/AFC Northerners. Just $2. Helps us out a lot if you can spare it. Yeah, I know. It's like I drank the beer and it went down the wrong hole. Anyway, guys, I think anybody else? Yeah, everybody's good.
I'm good.
All right, guys, you want to sign off as we always do with "Fuck the Patriots," especially this week.
But I need you to beat the Ravens this week. I'll take a tie. I'll take a tie.
All right, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm looking at that guy and I'm thinking that's when Bill Parcells would say, "That's why you do all them sit-ups."
Hey, fellow Northerners, we love the show. We want to make it even better.
You may have noticed we started showing game clips, and we have even more planned for you guys. So we need your help. we've started a Patreon page to bring you our show commercial free for less than $5 a month.
For less than the price of a Grey Barbarian Knit Octopus beanie on Amazon, which is actually a thing, you should look that up, you can help make this show even better, including instant reactions to each game, a weekly podcast, in-depth analysis, and much more.
If you want to help us improve and you can spare a little change, go to patreon.com/AFC Northerners or click in the link below in the show notes to subscribe.
Exactly. We appreciate every one of your views, your comments, and your emails. Thanks for watching, and as always,
Fuck the Patriots!
Thanks everybody.
Thank you guys.
Look at me! I'm Dr. Zoidberg!